Hello and welcome to the Stepping Up Your Nutrition workshop. My name is Kelly Slattery and I am the leader for this program. The Stepping Up Your Nutrition workshop was designed by health and nutrition experts in conjunction with the Maryland Department of Aging to help you learn how to reduce your risk of falling by eating smart. Did you know poor nutrition increases the risk for falls by over 15%? Did you also know if you have a chronic condition like diabetes, heart disease, or if you are over 65, that risk increases even more? Let's look at the agenda for today. Today we will begin by discussing how nutrition can affect our risk for falls. Muscle matters. Next, we will discuss the importance of muscle for strength and its role in falls prevention. Nutrients to know. Protein and fluid are two important nutrients for falls prevention. There are many other nutrients that keep our bodies healthy and strong. However, we will focus today on getting adequate protein and fluid. Poor nutrition is actually called malnutrition. It happens when the body is deprived of essential nutrients. This can occur when you do not have enough to eat, you are not eating enough of the right foods, or because your body is unable to use the food. Malnutrition can also be caused by a combination of these factors. Unintentional weight loss is a cause of concern for everyone. Even overweight individuals can still experience malnutrition. During today's workshop, we will be sharing some tools specifically related to improving your nutritional health to prevent falls. With these new tools, you'll be able to make healthier decisions, starting with your next meal or snack. Nutrition does play a large role in falls prevention. For example, if we eat very little for a few days due to illness, our poor intake can lead to weakened muscles and fatigue, which puts us at risk for falls. Another example, if we do not drink enough fluid, we can get dizzy and feel weak, which also increases our risk for falling. This relationship between nutrition and falls can also be positive. For example, if we eat balanced meals, we have more energy for physical activity, which gives us strength and helps prevent falls. Now let's talk a little bit more about why muscle matters as we age for falls prevention. Did you know there are over 650 different muscles in the body? We can see some muscles, like in our arms and legs, but there are many muscles we can't see. Think about the muscles that help our heart beat or the muscles that help us breathe. Here is what we know about muscles. Our bodies have the highest amount of muscle when we are between the ages of 25 and 40. Aging causes a gradual loss in muscle of about 1% per year. We will lose about 24 to 30% of our muscle by the time we're around 70 years old. Since fat replaces muscle, it is hard to see these changes from outside the body. Arms, thighs, and calves can look like they are the same size, but inside could be very different. No wonder our risk for falls increases as we get older. What we can see outside may not reflect what is going on inside. In this image, we show muscle in red and bone in white with the skin covering. From the outside, each person's leg seems to be the same size. What you can't tell from the outside is how much less muscle is in the second person's calf. Do you think the 70-year-old person would be able to walk as far as the 40-year-old person? Do you think the 70-year-old person might be more likely to experience a fall because his or her legs are not strong enough to balance his or her body? The larger the muscle, the more strength we have to do the things we like, such as walking up the steps to our house, carrying our groceries from outside, and recovering our balance after a stumble when we're walking. As we age, our bodies can build strong muscles and slow the natural loss of muscles by eating smart and having regular exercise. Nutrition and physical activity work together, hand in hand, to make us healthy and stronger. Our strength allows us to do things for ourselves, to be independent of others' assistance, and to continue to enjoy our lives in the homes we choose. Now let's talk about how we can plan a strength-building diet. It's important to keep in mind that you may have a condition where your doctor or healthcare professional has advised you to follow a specific eating pattern. If that is the case, do not change what you are doing before checking with your doctor or healthcare professional to make sure the recommendations from this class make sense for you. The first nutrient we'll talk about is protein. The image on the screen will help us to rank foods in order of how much protein you think each food has, with 1 being the food you think has the highest amount of protein, 2 the second highest, and 3 the least amount of protein. Starting with the first category, beverages, Ensure liquid nutrition supplement has the most protein. We give that a 1. Coffee with 2 tablespoons of creamer comes next, that gets a 2. And our soda, Pepsi, has the least amount of protein, that gets a 3. In the next category, breakfast foods, we have scrambled eggs, oatmeal, or an apple. Scrambled eggs comes first, then oatmeal made with water, and third is the apple. For lunch and dinner foods, our options are grilled chicken breast, spaghetti with tomato sauce, or cooked spinach. In order of most to least protein, grilled chicken breast goes first, followed by spaghetti with tomato sauce, and finally, spinach. For snack foods, we have cottage cheese, grapes, and a blueberry muffin. From the most to the least amount of protein, cottage cheese goes first, followed by the blueberry muffin, and last, grapes. So how much protein do we actually need? The image on the screen provides figures for a realistic minimum protein target for you to plan into your daily diet. First, find your weight in the left-hand column. If you can't find your exact weight, just go to a weight that is closest to your current weight. Next, the second column lists the approximate amount of protein in grams that is recommended. Lastly, the third column lists increased amount of protein you may need during illness or when you are healing. Let's review the protein target for a person who weighs 160 pounds. That person needs to eat between 73 and 88 grams of protein each day. However, if that person becomes ill or has surgery, he or she may need closer to 88 to 110 grams of protein each day. Now take a moment to find your own numbers. We just learned that a 160-pound person needs about 75 grams of protein each day. This amount may seem a little overwhelming at first, but when you take that 75 grams of protein and divide it between 3 meals, you find that the person only needs about 25 grams at each meal. How will you know how much protein is in a food? Next, we will look at food labels to figure out how much protein is in a serving of food. Look at the nutrition facts label on the food item. Locate the serving size, which is found under the first line, called nutrition facts. Next, locate the grams of protein. This first image is canned beans. The serving size is 1/2 cup or 4 ounces, and there are 6 grams of protein per serving. This next image is Greek yogurt. The serving size is 3/4 cup or 6 ounces, and there are 16 grams of protein in each serving. This next image is string cheese. The serving size is 1 stick, and the protein is 7 grams per serving. Finally, this label belongs to a bottle of Ensure. The serving size is 1 bottle or 8 ounces, and there are 9 grams of protein in that serving. The image on the screen shows protein-packed foods. The first image is mostly from animal sources, such as seafood, pork, beef, poultry, and eggs, all of which are protein-packed foods. Protein-rich foods from the dairy group include milk, cheese, yogurt, cottage cheese, and liquid nutrition supplements like Ensure. Liquid nutrition supplements are convenient drinks that contain protein, vitamins, and minerals. Some people who cannot digest milk or sugar remember that lactose-free dairy products are still great sources of protein. Protein powders can be a useful aid to supplement your diet. Stores sell several options made from different protein sources like whey, soy, and casein. You can try different kinds. Look for the one that is tasty and easy to mix into your drinks. Protein can also be found in food groups that we might not expect. In the second image, you will see many plant-based foods like beans, hummus, seeds, tofu, nuts, and nut butter spreads to help supply us with the protein we need. You may also see that some grocery stores sell high-protein versions of a product. For example, there are now high-protein breads and oatmeal. Now let's talk about why protein is so important. Protein preserves muscles. If you do not eat enough protein and calories, your body will break down your muscles to create energy. Also, you can't build muscles when you exercise if you do not nourish your body by eating enough protein. Protein helps us feel full. When you eat a food high in protein, you do not get hungry as quickly because it takes longer for your stomach to digest protein-rich foods. Protein helps you fight infections. Our antibodies and other disease-fighting cells need protein to function. Protein heals injuries. Our bodies need protein to heal injuries from falls, cuts, and especially after we've had surgery or other medical procedures. Our protein needs increase as we age, particularly when we are ill or hospitalized. You should plan protein in meals and snacks to be sure you get enough every day. Try to eat protein-packed foods throughout the day, not just in one meal. Now let's talk about fluids. Because more than 60% of the human body is made up of water, staying hydrated is important to keep our bodies functioning properly. Adults over the age of 50 are among the most at-risk group for dehydration. This is because, as we get older, we can lose our sense of thirst and we tend not to drink enough fluids. Without enough fluid, you may become dehydrated. Dehydration occurs when the body does not have enough fluid to carry out its normal day-to-day functions. Dehydration can cause you to feel weak and dizzy, making you more likely to experience a fall. Dizziness or lightheadedness may also happen if we are taking certain medicines, especially blood pressure pills. Fluids help our bodies digest food, absorb nutrients, and get rid of waste. Food we eat and medications we take might not be available to our bodies if we do not drink or eat enough fluid. Fluid in our digestive system keeps our bowels regular and prevents constipation. Fluid also lubricates our joints, protects our organs, and helps regulate our body temperature. We should be drinking fluid with each meal and snack. Keep in mind we will need extra fluid on hot days and during physical activity or when we are ill. Keep drinking those fluids even when you do not feel thirsty, unless you are on a fluid restriction by your healthcare provider. When we think of fluid, we usually think of water. Certainly, if you enjoy drinking water, you can create a plan to add water into your daily meals and snacks, but there are other ways to get enough fluid without just drinking water. Fluids are part of some foods that we eat. Fruits, vegetables, soups, ice cream, gelatin, yogurt, and hot cereals like oatmeal can have considerable amounts of fluid. If you eat meals that include a variety of foods, you probably need to drink about 4 to 5 glasses of water, juice, milk, or other beverages during the day. A diet low in fruits and vegetables means you should probably drink between 6 and 8 glasses of fluid each day. Remember to talk to your doctor first if you have been given specific guidelines that increase or limit your fluid intake. We've covered some very important information today and learned a lot about how nutrition can help us keep strong and prevent falls. If you are interested in learning more about protein, fluid, or preventing fall risk, please consult your physician or healthcare professional. Thank you.